This is my old commercial fishing boat, and in this video I'm fixing everything wrong with it. It might sound strange, but to do that, the first step is actually to run the boat aground. These boats are made up of thousands of components and moving parts that are constantly needing maintenance and breaking. This year lobster fishing has been a strange year. The catch for the first half of the year was a little bit below average, which is putting a lot of pressure on the second half of the year. We now find ourselves with just a few months left in the season and a lot of poundage to make up, so the pressure is on and we can't have this boat failing on us during these next few months. Now, running the boat aground is not just as simple as it sounds. It's done with strategy and with a plan.
How many circles have you done right now?
And if it all goes to plan, nothing will go wrong.
It's always stressful.
And if you own a boat, you know sometimes things don't go to plan. Boats like to break, especially in the most crucial times, and I hate even talking about this. I'm pretty superstitious on the boat.
No remote detected. This stupid key fob.
The curse of the key fob continues. So the boat has a few areas that could use a little attention and some love. The goal for this video is to give them the love that they need. First, we need to clean the bottom of the boat and inspect the bottom of the boat to make sure the rudder and the wheel are good. We got to put zincs on. Number two, we got to fix the windows that are leaking. And number three, probably the most important, I need to fix the steering helm. My steering system in the boat helm that actually directs the hydraulic fluid to the steering rams is starting to fail. So those are the three primary objectives of this video. Cleaning the bottom isn't that super important. I mean, we burn more fuel, a little bit longer days, a little more expensive due to higher fuel burn. It's nice having the speed, and believe it or not, a dirty bottom can actually slow us down a couple knots. Mission number two could be a problem, especially heading into fall where we got to haul in more weather. My windows are leaking, and I'm not sure why. I have Margard screw-on 5200 sealed windows, which are usually pretty good. Leaking water into the wheelhouse is not good, obviously. We have a lot of electronics that we're depending on to get through the fall, and if those electronics fail us, it could be an issue. It's going to be a nightmare. The first day we got to haul in 25-30 knots of wind, and we're fighting water in the wheelhouse the whole time. And then objective number three is a little bit more serious. My steering helm, which actually turns the boat, is starting to fail. As they get older, we got to replace them, and mine is starting to leak oil underneath it, which is one of the first signs that it's going to be letting go soon. So that third one is probably the most important. We got to be able to steer. We can't catch lobsters without steering. So the first step of today is to clean the bottom of the boat. I'll usually go on the beach, so that's how we'll clean the bottom. We have to time it just right with the tide. What we'll do is we'll pull the boat up on the sand beach 2 hours after high tide, let the tide drain out. Once the tide drains out, we'll come down, clean the boat, inspect the boat, and then we'll wait for the tide to come back in. So later tonight, the tide will come back in, the boat will float. It should be as easy as that, in theory. It looks like I'm running behind schedule a little bit already. High water was 8:07, 1 hour and 25 minutes ago. So I need to be on the beach in 35 minutes, and the boat's still out there on the mooring. How big is this tide? 9-footer. Which is a fairly small tide for here. So you got to pay attention to the tide sizes, because if you go on the beach on a big tide and then following tide is shrinking, then you run the risk of not floating and actually getting stuck on the beach and not getting enough tide on the second tide for the boat to float. A little less talk and a lot more action. Let's go see if we can get this thing on the beach. There's a few different ways to ground out. That's what we call it, grounding out. You can either lean up against the pole, or we can use something called a crab. I don't actually have a crab. A couple guys have them in the harbor. We'll usually borrow one of theirs, but I don't like borrowing without asking. And I did ask this morning, but it looks like they're out hauling their lobster trap, so they haven't answered me yet. It is a gorgeous day. You would not know. It's the first week of October. Kind of speaks to how poor the fishing is. If you told me that it was October 3rd right now and it was this calm and I am on land and not lobstering, I would tell you you were crazy. So any day it's not blowing over 30, usually we'll try to haul in October, but it is, I mean, it feels like a summer day right now. Completely forgot that the cooker is still on the boat. I went from running behind to running really behind. I gotta get going if we're gonna make the tide. Oh man. I got 14 minutes to get this thing on the beach. I still gotta get the cooker off the boat, get a crab, get on the beach. I didn't want to grab a crab without checking with somebody. I didn't know if you cared if I borrowed one.
No, I don't care. Really, my father cares.
Alright, thank you. I'll grab one. I just wanted to make sure nobody was coming in to grab it. Go take this cooker off and grab a crab. I think we got a boom off. Well, probably pretty close. Is she all hooked up?
Yeah.
Might have to lift on that other side. Just don't get your feet under it, because that rope on that boom ain't much.
It's still plugged in, isn't it?
Oh crap.
I just noticed
right, we got 3 minutes to get onto the beach. I guess we're gonna just barely squeeze in. We're just gonna grab that skiff. So 2 hours after high tide seems to be the sweet spot to time it just right. If you go on the beach 2 hours after high water, that leaves you with enough time during the low tide to work on the boat, but it also leaves you a little safety buffer in case the following tide is smaller than the first tide to allow enough water to get to your boat to float. Also, the longer we wait right now before we go on the beach, the earlier it will float. The farther past high tide we wait to go onto the beach, the earlier it's going to float before the high tide on the other side. Right now we're sitting at just about exactly 2 hours, so we should float 2 hours before the high tide tonight. High tide tonight is 8:20, so she should float around 6:20 tonight. The other part of this that's got to go just right is we got to get onto the beach. We got to keep enough weight on this starboard side to let the boat lay over to this side, and then we got to stick that wooden crab under the boat on this side and just hope that we don't place it under the sea strainer or something and crush anything. I always try to take note of where the sea strainer is every time I ground out so I can intentionally place the crab where it's not going to damage anything, but I always second guess myself and stress myself out when I'm placing the crab. If everything goes smooth, we should be able to walk around this thing in a couple hours. All right, we're exactly 2 hours. I'm going for it. Here we go. You ready? 3, 2, 1. We're gonna hit. This is always anticlimactic. There we go. Now we gotta get the crab inserted, and this is pretty time sensitive.
Can I get your picture?
Okay, go for it.
Hey,
Thank you.
Dean was telling us all about you.
Okay, hopefully he only told you the good stuff.
Yeah, it was a great job.
I hate this part of it. Okay. I'm gonna get some, use my noggin, my brain, not my back.
It was kind of fun to watch though. It's getting that time of year too where you don't want to get wet.
I'm not gonna laugh.
You're gonna come help me right out real quick?
I'll come help you, but after I stop laughing.
All right. Well, I'd do the same for you.
I'd make sure you were okay.
Okay, and then you'd laugh.
No, I'd laugh first.
Okay.
You're doing better than me. I just sit and laugh the whole time.
Oh, I got a hole in my boot.
Yes.
She is dirty.
We just cleaned her not too long ago too.
Yeah, the bottom paint's getting worn out.
Don't talk bad about her like that. You're still good, darling.
Now, if we did that right, the tide will go and she'll be sitting right there, leaned up against the crab. This is always stressful though. Key is if we did it right. You ever want to second guess yourself, just put a crab under your boat. You'll second guess where you put it the whole time the tide goes. This is going to be especially stressful with the Westmac. They said I can't ground out the Westmac because it's going to have a fancy transducer in the hull and it can't grind in the mud and grind in the sand, so I'm going to have to build some kind of cradle that keeps the keel out of the dirt when we ground that out. Either that or I'm just going to put it on a trailer every time we want to work on it. You got to trim the outboard up.
With our fancy holder.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to be able to move it once it's tied down. I tie it off that pole right there. Why am I pulling this thing around when I have an outboard?
I enjoy watching you do it. Can we tie it off the side of the boat? Let it hang off the edge?
I'm just going to put it on the beach. We'll figure it out.
How many circles have you done right now?
I got an idea. We got a crab for the skiff. I don't know if it'll work or not, but I don't know. We'll put it under the boat so that way if the boat falls, it crushes the skiff too. We lose everything.
Yeah.
Remember when I said this is where you second guess every decision? This is what I'm currently demonstrating right now.
Trap's gonna be a lot heavier and stay in place. Muscles and brazos.
Ah! Put it in the back.
I think that's gonna be the golden ticket. I just want to state for the record that this was my idea.
I was thinking about it. I was just waiting to see if you'd think of it too.
Oh, good. Easy now.
See if we crush a perfectly good trap here.
And what we'll do is, as it's going out, we'll put a crate instead.
What I should do, I should have another one in the front.
I don't know if you can make it to the boat. If you put a crate in front of that, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you came off your trap. This is great right now. I'm loving it.
How I planned. So while we wait for the tide to go and the boat to lay over on the crab, time is of the essence, because if things are gonna go wrong, this is where it happens. We only take this time to do the most important tasks. Ooh, that looks good. Italian sausage and bologna. That crab look all right out there, Tristan?
It's popping out.
Just hold it in there for a second.
All right, I'll try.
We'll have a quick snack. got it. If you haven't heard of Tempo, it's a weekly meal delivery service. You sign up for a subscription and they send you a meal every week. They have these fast single serve meals, and then they have the more in-depth ones that you can actually cook at your house in your kitchen. These are the single serve ones. I haven't actually tried them yet, so I'm pretty excited to give them a try. This one looks really good. You still good?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right out. I'm almost done. 30 grams of protein. That's pretty good. Give this sucker a try. I'm a big time sucker for pasta. Oh man, that is good. I'm coming, Tristan. Those are even good. You can select from 24 plus meals on their weekly menu, and they all cook in just 2 minutes. Even better, these meals are made with real ingredients that you would find in your fridge or a grocery store. These things make it possible to give my body what it needs. So if you live an active, busy lifestyle and don't have a lot of time to give your body what it needs while you work, definitely head over to Tempo, check them out. This thing is delicious.
Can I have one?
No, we don't have time. We gotta get the boat on the beach. She's still upright. That's good. Hey, that's actually working pretty good.
I was gonna say, I don't think it's crushing. I think it's just tilted.
I don't think we're crushing the trap yet, and we can get underneath it, I think, enough to clean it. Yeah, not bad. It only took an hour of second guessing. We're good. We're looking pretty good. We gotta let the tide go for another half an hour or so before we can clean the bottom. And while we wait for the tide to go, I'm going to assess the window situation and see if we can figure out why they're leaking. Oh yeah, and here's the Holland patch. If you were watching the Westmac video, the Holland patch on the Westmac is quite a bit bigger, fancier than this one, but that's the armor. So when the traps come up and hit the side of the boat, they don't wear the fiberglass out. They have well, I don't want to say indestructible, but they have a really strong piece of metal there, stainless. It doesn't corrode in salt water. What's that word?
You're asking the wrong person.
Well, you'll have to let us know in the comments. Hopefully this fix is as easy as just the screws. If it is, I'm gonna feel stupid for putting it off this long. So there, you can see the problem right there. There's 5,200, there's plenty there, but you can see where it's sealed. See where it's nice and black? And here it's gray. The gray spots is where it's leaking through. So we somehow need to make it all black, not gray. I think if I added a screw in between each one, it would be probably a pretty easy fix. They are a little bit loose. We haven't really been out yet recently in rough weather. Rough weather is when it's gonna suck the worst. Leaking isn't that big of an issue, but the bigger problem, especially with all these loose screws, on a really rough day, these things actually take quite a strain. Sometimes the waves will come over the bow, and these windows will be the first thing the wave touches. And I have heard stories of people blowing windows out, but blowing a window out, not only does it suck because you destroy all your electronics inside, but it's also dangerous if it's real rough, because you now got a 2 foot by 3 foot hole in the front of the boat. And while it's not below the water line, it's still letting water directly into the wheelhouse, which goes directly into the engine room. If it's too rough, the bilge pumps can't keep up with it. How's it coming, Tristan?
You can see she's starting to turn from green to white.
You're getting her. She was dirty. She's gonna be a happy Krager craft.
She's going from a surfer boy haircut to military clean shaven balls.
A lobster boat isn't quite that dirty, but it is still pretty dirty. It's due for a haircut. This right here is what leads to the loss in speed. I've gone from about a 17.5 knot cruise to about a 15 knot cruise. So we lost about 2.5 knots. I also recently lost a lot of cruise speed with the aftercooler too, which I'm glad that that just happened now, not in a few weeks from now. The aftercooler got plugged up, which is part of the motor. And basically the aftercooler's job is to cool the air that the motor sucks in. The cooler the air is that the motor sucks into the cylinders, the more air you can fit in there. And the more air you can fit in, the more power you can make, the more fuel you can burn with it. But once the aftercooler gets plugged, it's basically sucking in hot air right out of the turbo. That hot air, you can't fit much of it in the cylinders. Your fuel to air mixture in the motor becomes very fuel rich. So you end up blowing a lot of black smoke and losing a lot of power. It was about an hour boat ride over to the shop. They take the aftercooler off and clean it, put it back on. And we gained a lot of power and a lot more cruise speed back from that. So I'm happy that happened. As odd as that sounds, I'd rather have it happen now than when we're busy. Ooh, look at that too. We got a mussel. The mussel's growing in here. Oh man, that's plugged up. I gotta find something to clean them out with. We can almost get to the wheel, and it looks like the zinc is loose, which is probably leading to some vibration and some shake. We gotta clean the bottom, change the zincs, check the wheel, check the rudder, make sure everything looks good. Then we gotta wait for the tide to come back in. I think that I temporarily fixed the windows for now. We'll see how they leak on the next rainy/rough day. I still need to fix the helm, which unfortunately I don't think I'm going to be able to fix today because the new helm is on a UPS truck on its way here. Hopefully the old helm will get us through 2 more days. So this is the helm that I was talking about. It's starting to show signs of letting go. The O-ring in the shaft is leaking oil and it's dripping right here. It's nice because it makes the floor slippery where you're trying to work. This is probably the highest priority fix of what we need to do. Oh, I should change the hauler liners too. That can wait. Why do today what you can do tomorrow? I don't know if you can hear I think they shortened the noontime whistle.
I think you should go on.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear in the camera, but that noontime whistle that just went off. In Winter Harbor, noontime every day, the whistle goes off and it's just a big horn and it blows. It's back from the military, right? Something to do with the old Navy base. There used to be a Navy base in Winter Harbor. I don't know why they needed a horn to know that it was noontime, but maybe you can let us know the answer to that in the comments also.
Such a childhood memory for me.
Oh yeah, the Winter Harbor horn.
Right.
It's always going off and we've always thought it would be the funniest prank ever. Tourists are in town that maybe don't know what the noontime horn is, to just start panicking and running through town like, get out of here, run, go, 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 go. Absolute chaos.
Drive the boat in, just jump off at the dock, let it just keep going.
They're like, what is going on? They think it's like a tsunami horn or something. Kind of an evil prank. I don't think I could do it to young children, but.
Yeah, they gotta learn something.
You can see there's quite a bit more up by the water line than there is down underneath. That's because the sun shines up here on the water line and it grows a lot faster where the sun can hit it. Across the stern will be the worst. Surprisingly, no barnacles. That's good. Oh, she's gonna be just like a speedboat tomorrow. All right, well, while you finish that, I'm gonna tie stuff together so I can get it back after the tide comes. Probably a good idea. All right, we'll tie the crab to the boat. Then we'll tie the skiff. Oh, I should tie the trap to the boat too, huh? No, I guess we're just gonna tie the skiff to the boat. I'm gonna tie the skiff to land through the crate so I can get the crate and the skiff and get to the boat. Let me tie the boat to the land so the boat can't float away. Well, there's the transducer that I was hoping not to hit with the crab. Looks like I cut it a little close, but we didn't get it. That transducer is what sees bottom. For the machines inside, that looks down and shoots a beam to bottom. We do not want the boat sitting on top of that. That would be bad. You're doing good, Tristan.
Thanks, buddy. The headache's starting to come.
Looks like a few barnacles back there, but not many. There's the old zinc. Oh, I guess it's not vibrating too bad. I don't know how. All right, we need some Allen wrenches. It's funny how similar this looks to the Westmac, just smaller. Like the flare, everything, except for the hard chine. This boat, you can see it round on the sides, and the hard chine comes down here and straight in. It's supposed to slow the roll down, and it also lifts the back of the boat up too, kind of like a trim tab. Yep, we just need the tide to go a little bit further. Come on. Tristan, you got a bucket? You can bail the water out of here? Push the water that way. So this zinc is basically just a soft metal. It makes contact with the important metal, and there's electrolysis in the water that eats metal all the time. The electrolysis goes after this metal first, so it's a sacrificial piece of metal. Instead of eating the important stuff, it eats this. They've been chewing on that one. Whatever electrolysis are. That's what it looks like when they eat it. That one did its job. And you break these threads off so it doesn't catch on everything and loosen up. Everything's tied to land, so that way if I forget that it's floating, which I may or may not have done in the past, she at least doesn't float away. So we gotta come back in about 5 hours. Hopefully she'll be sitting right here with like this much water. Well, good news. The helm came. UPS dropped it off today, so I have the helm. I probably won't be putting it on tonight, but at least I have it and I can put it on the boat. So if it fails while we're offshore, I can make the change while we're on the water and we won't miss a whole day. The bad news is I may or may not have forgot the boat was on the beach, but I did put ropes on it, so we should be okay. If it's not floating right now, it'll be floating any minute. You'd think I would set an alarm for this. One of these times I'm gonna completely forget it. It's just gonna ground itself back out and be there the next day. I can't believe UPS already delivered that box. I just ordered it yesterday. The UPS doesn't truck around. Or I guess they do truck around. Tristan would say zing! It is a beautiful evening. It does not feel like October. We are 2 hours and 15 minutes away from high water. We should be right on the edge of floating. Skiff's floating. The boat will be floating in about 10 minutes. Timed that pretty good. I have timed it worse. The skiff is floating. Trap is still on bottom. Crate's there. Everything's tied together. There's a fish there. Wonder what that is. Look at that sunset. What a pretty night. She is about 2 inches on the bow from floating, and I think she is floating on the stern. I shouldn't say it out loud, but so far the helm is held up. We are almost through the first day. Today's Saturday. We've got 350 traps hauled. We're only gonna get 50 more and we'll be done today. See if the helm can get through tomorrow and then change her out. A little nervous about the new helm. This one I have is a quick turn helm, so it's only like a turn and 3/4, hard down to hard down. So you don't have to sit there and turn it to get hard down. I guess they don't have the fast turn ones anymore. So the new one is like, I don't know, I think it's like 3 turns. So I'm probably gonna be sitting there turning the new one quite a bit more. But also the boat is going much better as well. This thing does feel like a speedboat. We got all our speed back. Man, we're actually pretty set up. I didn't think of that. Clean,
Pretty good shape.
clean after cooler. All the traps are clean. The bottom's clean. The only thing we're missing now is lobsters.
Yep, that's fairly important.
The lobsters are not cooperating. It's the first week of October. Usually things are pretty good by now, but I don't know, this year's been strange. Hopefully any day now they start picking up. We have got one cool lobster today. It's pretty neat. He's got 2 thumbs on his claw. He's pretty cool. And we got a real life SpongeBob. See him, Jace? SpongeBob, how many bait bags have you made it today? 51. I told him $1 a bait bag. We got him some gloves and he's set up back there baiting bags. I didn't really expect him to bait all the bags.
Your own kid.
Tristan, have you done anything?
Your own kid. He's at 53.
53?
Yeah.
Trying to jip him?
You trying to cut him out 2 months?
$2. I guess he's done 53. He didn't start till the tail end of the day. I might have gone a little high on my $1 a bait bag. What are you saving up for? A dually, a big one, a big RC dually. All right, here we go, 50 traps left. Let's go, they ain't gonna bait themselves. What do you think of it? Pretty good money? Yeah. Glad you think so.
Give it a good punch after. Show him what you've been doing.
Nice,
Yeah.
good job. There it goes, Jace. The last one. How many bags did you do?
He got.
Holy. What's that say? 80? 80 bucks? We might have to renegotiate in the morning.
Yeah, go ahead and double it.
All right, now for the dreaded task of changing this helm, which, to be honest, I don't even actually remember how to do it. We're gonna change the steering wheel now. So we try to keep as many parts as possible on the boat. We don't have the luxury of just going to a hardware store when something breaks. Yeah, I'm remembering this now. We gotta get those teeth lined up. I remember there being a battle associated with this. One down. If we don't strip one of these, we'll be in good shape.
That was a pretty sweet one.
Tristan must have tightened that one up.
You taking notes, Jace? You're gonna have to do this someday.
This is a chance to bust your knuckles. Just remember, okay, for us, that green goes in the back, purple goes in the front, red goes in the front, black goes in the back. Don't let me forget how those go, okay? It's very important we don't get this backwards.
Take a picture.
No, you'll remember. So we got 4 hoses going into the bottom of the helm. Some of them are pushing oil, some of them are pulling oil. If you get them backwards when you hook it up, then not a good situation. I don't know if you can tell through the camera just how hot it is in here too. Wait until a day after haul wasn't the best idea. 100 degrees in here. There's the parts that we can't lose. Probably wouldn't hurt to clean them up a little bit. Now what I'll do now is set this on the shelf for a spare, and then I'll forget that it leaks.
Yep.
And then I'll put that on in a couple of years, and actually no I won't, because it'll be in the Westmac next year.
That's right.
This will be somebody else's problem.
Yeah.
I mean, this boat has no problems.
No,
None. She's mint.
You're just fixing everything so they don't have
Fixing
to.
everything so you don't have to do it. You buy this baby and she's gonna be all gone over. If you squint, she's mint. My buddy Cody told me.
Yes, sir.
You ready, Cody?
I think so.
All right. Which one are you? Do the top.
Oh,
You feel it?
I feel it. You can't see it, but you can feel it. It's there.
Can you feel it, Mr. Krabs?
There we go.
You got it?
Yep.
Now, Cody, was it green or purple that went in the back?
Green in the back.
You sure?
Yes.
Everybody in the camera saying green goes in the front.
That's not what you told me.
Okay. I can't trust them guys in the comments. They might be trying to sabotage us. Just the front too. Put the steering wheel back on.
I did that.
Oh, all right. Did you get the key in it?
Yes.
Wow.
Impressive, huh?
Impressive.
He's not just good looking, Jake.
Yeah. Let's go try her out. I don't know if you remember how wobbly the other one was.
Hey, that part's good.
This one, we fix that. It's working, but my arms are going to be tired tomorrow. All right, we're all back going, and the helm is just the same speed as the one that I was already used to, which is nice. A little slower turning helm wouldn't have been the end of the world. It would have just taken some getting used to. Right now, I pretty much know where the rudder is at all times just by feel of this helm. The other one would take a lot of new learning. But there's the old helm, the one that was leaking. It was leaking out of this hydraulic seal. Good enough for spare parts. We'll throw it down in the bow. That little hydraulic helm is $1,000. Basically, all it does is directs hydraulic fluid to the rams in the back to turn the rudder back and forth. Pretty simple, but pretty crucial. Let's get off the boat.